Twitch just sent a notification to my phone that you were alive. Well, did you know that I was live, Mythic? Do you know that? Huh? Poke? Poke? For some reason, I always get notification an hour and a half after stream starts. Yeah, that's Twitch for ya. A perfect platform with no bugs or issues whatsoever. Definitely not issues like deleting your VODs. Am I going the wrong way here? I have to redo this area now, dang it. Dang it, man. Well, but yeah. An okie doke. Well, I do appreciate you stopping by and hanging out, Guzman. Hope you have a good rest of the night. Whoa. Oh, there's a guy here. Boop. Stab. Why can't I use everything but the spear? I guess it's like a spacing thing. Okay, let's not press the wrong buttons. Let's get some dudes marked. Let's actually be sneaky. That guy over there is probably not going to see me. What? That guy's facing this way? It looks like he's facing the opposite way. Well, now it looks like he's facing this way. Here, so then I do this, like that. Stab. Ah! And nobody heard that. Here, just take the stealthy approach because this is nightmare mode and I'm gonna get completely wrecked. As happened there before. So stabby stab. No, you see nothing. You see nothing. Like, you definitely don't see me stab this guy. This is gonna pull him behind the pillar, right? So that guy definitely doesn't see. Okay, wow. I'm surprised that I was actually able to get that. Bear with me. I need to go stab this guy. I thought he was turned facing, like, the cart there, and he was, like, working on a wheel or something. Does everyone just have, what? Eyes on the back of their head here or something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. 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 No, 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 no. Oh, God. Oh, I'm not gonna stop it, am I? Stop, maybe? But I think that just alerted everyone. Do they care? Oh, this guy decided to come over. It looks like. Go up here. I have the high ground. But to try a thing with your 3Ds, it might not work. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. Hey, you want to come up here? Come up here. Come up here. I have gravity here on my side. Together, lad. What, are you dipping out? Yeah, don't get my dodge buttons mixed up. Okay. Okay, you want to come up here? You want to come up here, maybe? Maybe? They're just chilling there. Of course they can sense you through walls. They're just chilling, minding their own business, and suddenly on the other side of the fence they hear Seinfeld. They're investigating the body, it looks like.
Get me out of here before they huff my head.
Oh, well, are they gonna all come up here now? Can they platform up here? Is that a thing that they can do? I can stealth attack this guy, even though I thought they knew where I was. Ow. Well, there goes almost all my health. So that guy has, like, some loot or something, it looks like. Hi.
Get me out of here
yeah, I know. Get me out of here, friend. I know. You've been on and on about that for so long. Okay. Oop. Oh, man. I was thinking about using a ration, but I figured that, like, my heal is almost done, so I just won't. Yeah. Yikes. Much yikes. Look at all these hints. I'm taking in so much knowledge right now. So much knowledge is being absorbed. It's taking a while to load the area I was just in. Okay. Well, time to retry here. Don't know why it, like, turns me away from the direction I should be facing. Hi. Knowledge. Taking it all in, just like Ty Lopez. Uh-oh. Let's try this one on with the ceiling here. Okay, well, stomp. The rest of the fort didn't notice this, right? Probably. Are you still decent when you die? I thought they abandoned all the modern plots. They abandoned the one that they were building up for a while, but they're doing a new modern plot now. So essentially what happened in the modern plots is Desmond is putting together the mystery of like what's going to happen to the world. You find out in AC Revelations that like a solar flare is coming and it's going to destroy the world. And in AC 3, he saves the world from the solar flare, but at the sacrifice of his life, and it unleashes Juno that is like built up to be like the new modern day big bad. And then the game's kind of hinted at Juno like doing a thing for a while. Because every subsequent game she's like, I'm not ready to do my evil thing, but I'm getting ready for it. So, like, a few of the games would have, like, you being, like, a generic guy, like Assassin's Creed 4, where you're just, like, a generic, unnamed Abstergo employee, that in Rogue. And then in Unity, we're just, like, some guy helping the assassins, where you're getting, like, these video calls briefing you sometimes, and then occasionally you get cutscenes where Juno's like, I'm gonna do my evil thing soon, I'm getting ready. And then they just resolved it in, like, some graphic novels, because they were like, you know what, never mind. We're not actually going to do, like, our decade plus of storytelling in the video games. We're actually going to abandon it, and never mind to that. So now, the modern RPG trilogy of Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, and presumably stuff from there, is following a new modern-day protagonist called Layla. And in Assassin's Creed Origins, I don't actually remember what we were doing in the modern day plot. She was working for Abstergo at the time and like helped design the new Animus, I think. And we were doing something like looking for pieces of Eden or something like that in Egypt. In the past of that. Yeah, just sneak over this way. And then she kind of wanted to set out and do her own thing. So William Miles, Desmond's dad, our old main character's dad, was like, hey, you want to join the Assassins? And she was like, okay. And that's how Origins ended. And then Odyssey was all about finding Atlantis now. That's what the plot is, considering there's a whole bunch of Atlantis stuff in, like, the Odyssey story. We were gonna find the staff of Hermes Trismegistus and Atlantis, and they're, like, connected and stuff. So, we end up doing this whole plot line where, like, we get the staff, we find Atlantis and stuff, and Layla gets the staff in the modern day, and it starts, like, corrupting her. She wants to do, like, more evil things. And she beats the shit out of one of her friends with the staff when they have a minor disagreement. So, like, she killed one of her friends. And now, after Odyssey, after that happened, the assassins are like, hey, we're still gonna work with you, but we're keeping an eye on you, considering you literally just murdered somebody over the staff. So, now in Valhalla, she's got, like, dark eyeliner, has gone into, like, her goth edgy phase, and, like, the staff is being kept in a case where I guess it speaks to her like the Green Goblin mask now. And now, all of a sudden, in the plotline of Valhalla, the world is ending again. That thing that Desmond saved the world from in Assassin's Creed 3, yeah, we're not sure what to do with the modern-day story anymore, so we're just doing that again. And it seems like it's fate that the Earth is going to be hit with a solar flare. So now and Desmond stopped it the first time in Assassin's Creed 3, but he only delayed the inevitable because, like, it's fate that it's going to happen anyway. So now we have to figure out how to, like, stop the solar flare for good. Or, like, the threat of a solar flare to the planet for good, because it's just gonna happen again. And, like, as a solar flare is coming, or maybe a small one already happened or something, all these technological systems have gone down in the modern day, and we got a message from some mysterious source that was like, come find me at these coordinates, and we came to these coordinates in the modern day, and found Eivor's grave in, I forget what part of it, a part of the world it's in,
Godspeed, Spider-Man. I'm back.
We went to this place in the world, found Eivor's grave, and we were like, alright, let's delve into this jerk's memories and stuff, and find out what the heck is going on here, and how his body got here. And I forget where here is in the modern day. So, like, a lot of that story you spend 99% of the game ignoring. Yeah, like, that's not really something that we're actively doing. It's just kind of like, oh, by the way, heads up, this is the reason that we're doing this. But, like, the actual plot in the game here is just, we're going and making friends. And presumably, after we make enough friends, we'll figure out what the heck is going on. And, like, I really have no idea what the heck Ubisoft is doing when it comes to, like, modern-day Assassin's Creed story anymore. I think they're just so afraid of, like, it ending and people losing interest in playing subsequent games that they want to end every single game on a cliffhanger, so that people are like, man, I can't believe that game ended on a cliffhanger, I really want to see what happens next. But, like, at this point, it's just become, like, the friggin' Assassin soap opera. Like, you can't expect it to end. It just is gonna go on forever. And they're just gonna keep on finding new ways to, keep on having it go on, rather than having, like, a storyline that they end. Like, I think that I had read somewhere that Assassin's Creed 3 was meant to be like the ending of like the modern day story, like they were going to resolve it there. And like Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, like that was the game. The IP was very much still at like peak of popularity. Like the Assassin's Creed 2 to Assassin's Creed 4 era, maybe even Unity potentially, I feel like was kind of peak Assassin's Creed popularity in terms of like people being genuinely really interested in like the overall story and playing the games and stuff like that. Like I know that things like Valhalla are still selling really well and that this game broke a bunch of sales records and stuff like that, but you know, I think people are just kind of here to play a game rather than see like the continuation of the story and stuff like that. So I feel like in terms of perceiving Assassin's Creed as like really good high quality games, that was typically the Assassin's Creed 2 to 4 kind of era that people saw that. And so I feel like if they had ended the story with like Assassin's Creed 3 and still released an Assassin's Creed 4, people would still play it. Like there's a lot of people that complained about the modern day story anyway and would be like, hey, the games would be better if we just experienced these historical journeys and stuff rather than having like an overarching thing. A lot of people I know aren't the biggest fan of the modern day stuff anyway. So like if they had just taken that approach or start a new modern day story from there, or like continue to like do interesting new things with their characters after like actually resolving the thing that they were building up to for a while, that could have been like kind of cool. I'm sure a lot of consumers, myself included, would have really appreciated that approach instead. Did I get the loot off of him? Yeah, I got the wealth there. And instead of this garbage of like, hey, let's do this one plot thread for like 12 years, then completely abandon it, start doing something completely different, and then like, oh surprise, that plot point from before, yeah, we're actually just redoing that a second time now. Like, who cares? Like, because I certainly don't. But yeah, let's see here. Then what Shadow's gonna have for the modern day, like maybe it'll be the continued plotline. Like I don't actually know like what happens at the end of Valhalla. So please no one spoil for me. I do kind of want to go into it blind and make fun of it as I go. Escort them to safety. So I don't know how Valhalla ends. If Valhalla ends the thing that's going on now of the world is ending again. Like if we do save the world again at the end of this game. Because there's the rest of this game. Then there's Mirage. And then there's Shadows that's coming out in 1 month and 1 day from now. So yeah, like, maybe they're still doing stuff like that. Like, is Layla still our main character? Are we trying to, like, save the world from a solar flare again? Is that going to be resolved with this game? Who knows? Keep on tuning into this series to find out. It's almost as if Assassin's Creed is Ubisoft's main money printer, and if they stop selling, they could actually go under because they have spent $0 developing new franchises. Yeah, it feels like they are very afraid to start some new things here. Oh, I'm sorry, Ubisoft made Immortals Phoenix Rising. Damn, they really got a hit on their hands with that one. I feel like that one was very much looking at like, hey, Breath of the Wild was a success. Let's make one of those in our Ubisoft fashion.
He is safe in Buckingham.
Good, Thane. We're at your side in this fight, to keep this land in the hands of those who love Mercia, be they Saxon or Dane.
God in heaven knows I'd sooner see a Dane married to my daughter than sell a man of Wessex one of my pigs. If Giedrich is behind you, then I am too.
We're told you know of a holy woman, Fulke. Where is she now?
Can we not fixate on this cipher, Fulke? Edwin is our focus.
Fulke holds a secret that may turn the tide of this fight. Without her, I cannot achieve my full purpose here.
The madwoman Fulke?
Tell me the secret.
You want my backing, brother. You'll explain yourself. How is a madwoman central to your plans?
When we find her, I will tell you all you wish to know. Until then, nothing.
Understand this. Fulke is a heretic, a sower of poisoned knowledge, and an enemy of the Church. She claims to have seen or spoken with God himself, and for this, Lady Edwin had her imprisoned, I know not where.
At a monastery, I suppose. We should make inquiries.
Sigurd, do we not owe Giedrich some word of what has happened here?
You can speak with him in my stead, but we must hurry. Fulke's life may be in danger.
I'm so not following what's going on here, and like I'm trying to somewhat pay attention in the midst of like all my conversation stuff. I'm sure I would still understand it better if I was just playing this on my own time rather than streaming, chatting and thinking about other things here.
An old harbor on the Great Ouse. Meet us there.
But
We Thanes will
Even
raise
when
a
I'm actually
field and
trying to
join
pay a
with
bit of
you to
attention
take
here, I'm
down the
actually pretty
whatever
lost
it
right now. I'm
takes.
gonna be honest.
Bring this news to Giedrich. Tell him we'll be ready.
I'll just keep on
when he
doing missions and stuff
calls.
that's gonna happen.
Every man will be needed.
Okay, well, report back to Giedrich. But yeah, I guess they also have Just Dance, but does Just Dance really sell that well anymore? Need to look up figures on it, because I doubt. That's also one of the few things that releases on, like, everything. I forget what the last one that released on the Wii was. Was it, like, Just Dance 2022 or something like that? That also released for the Nintendo Wii? It was one of the later ones. I don't think they released them on the Wii anymore, but they were continuing to do so for, like, a surprising amount of time. And yeah, Ubisoft makes Just Dance. But as a correction, they do make new things, but only things where they're trying to, like, capitalize on some existing trend in print money. Is the only new IP things that they seem to make. Like, for example, them shadow dropping their NFT games, where it's like, I think that they announced a while back that they were gonna do, like, NFTs and stuff, and then the internet kind of clowned on them for it, so they kind of didn't really talk about that all that much, and then later they just shadow dropped one of their NFT game projects, and apparently it didn't perform all that well. Okay, so 2020 is the last one on Wii, gotcha, which is, like, super late to release a Wii game, but they're still releasing new titles yearly. Yeah, always a new Just Dance game. So that's one where they tried to capitalize on, like, the trend of NFTs. Like, a little bit late to the party. And want to know another one that they capitalized on, or tried to capitalize on a bit late to the party? Anyone remember Starlink Battle for Atlas? Cause I sure do here. Like, let's see here. If I go to, like, playlists here, and Starlink. This was a Ubisoft game. I did a playthrough of it on, like, my early content creation. So this is 2019 here. Starlink Battle for Atlas. This was the... Wow, this was, like... You can tell it's the early days of the channel, because it was just, like, a PNG image of my hat, rather than, like, an actual art of my hat. I was just slapping it anywhere on the thumbnail, because I was a dog shit content creator. The hat also looks so much nicer than it does today. Yep. So the Switch version had exclusive content, because Fox and his R-Wing would be a part of it. But this was them trying to capitalize on the toy game market, like, way tardy to the party. I guess they saw things like Skylanders and Amiibo and stuff like that doing really well, and they wanted to do their own version, and they made Starlink Battle for Atlas. Later, they released, like, a digital version that just had, like, all of the, well, not all the content, but all the main content that you need included digitally, where you don't have to buy toys and, like, connect them and stuff like that, and that's the version that I played to try it out. Space Gone Wrong. Gotta love, like, my old titles and stuff like that. But if you look up, like, Starlink Battle for Atlas, like, let's just see here what comes up. This was a toy game. The idea was, like, you would assemble your ship with, like, an actual figure toy, and then whatever weapons you put on for, like, your toy is, like, the weapons that you would have in-game. So there was these different toys that you could buy, and, like, I guess pilots and stuff like that, and so at least they tried to, like, do something different and unique with theirs, as opposed to just, like, you tap this character and they appear. Like, there's a little bit of customizability in it. But I don't, as far as I could tell, I don't think that this did, like, super well here. So yeah, I guess you'd have, like, these box sets with, like, a couple ships and all these items, and you could go to the store and, like, buy more ship parts and put on different things. And, like, it was a fun game. Like, it wasn't bad, per se. And yeah, I saw a bunch of these at my local game store as well. Typically always, like, completely untouched. Like, I never really saw anything pulled off the shelf for it. I don't know anyone that's ever bought, like, one of these. And again, I just bought, like, this digital edition that had, like, a bunch of stuff in it. Because I just wanted to play the game, but I didn't want to collect a bunch of this stuff. I wonder if this stuff is worth anything nowadays. I know it's not that old yet, but, you know, just out of curiosity here. Because, yeah, there was all sorts of sets and stuff here. And, like, all these different, like, ships and weapons and stuff. But I don't know how many people were interested in going to the store to, like, buy items to get, like, a slightly different weapon in-game, when they could just, like, play a different video game where that's, like, an unlockable in-game, rather than having to, like, pay extra money to, like, get something physically. Like, I guess maybe a little kid that might really want to have, like, an actual toy to play with that they can use in the video game. Like, maybe that was the target audience after they saw the success of things like Skylanders that would have, like, a primarily younger demographic and stuff playing it. But yeah, and the Switch version had, like, the exclusive, like, Star Fox content, and there was, like, an R-Wing tie-in and stuff like that. So Nintendo and Ubisoft kind of worked hand in hand on this. As someone who owns Skylanders, I find this interesting. And like I was just saying before, like the game itself, like it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty generic Ubisoft space game though, I will say. Like there's no on the ground sections. It's just in your ship. It is kind of fun flying to the different planets. There's like boss battles and stuff like that in areas that you're liberating to like clear sections of the map. Very, very typical Ubisoft open formula with space setting. Now, like, the combat was basic, it's fun, like, it's not necessarily a bad game by any means, but, like, if you've played Ubisoft games before, of, like, having objectives to go do, like, across the map and, like, areas to liberate and stuff like that, it's just that in space. Like, so it's not bad per se, it's just standard Ubisoft kind of formula, but with toys and stuff that you connect. So, I feel like Ubisoft does still try to do, like, new IPs and stuff here and there, but I feel like the modern era of Ubisoft trying new things is typically just, hey, here's a thing that is like printed money for other people. Let's try to do it and see if it prints money for us. So them doing things like the toy to video game formula or like the NFT formula, trying to do things like that. I mean, they have had like some new franchises that have come out for like other IPs here and there, like Avatar Frontier of Pandora, whatever the hell it's called. Whatever that Avatar game they made was called, or things like Star Wars Outlaws, which, from what I've heard of both of them, neither of them are, like, terrible games by any means, but are just, like, typical Ubisoft formula, where it's like, if you've played modern Ubisoft games before, you know exactly what you're getting into with them. It's just they have an Avatar coat of paint or a Star Wars coat of paint, is what I've heard about them. Like, I can't speak for myself because I haven't played them, but that's what I hear about them. So, like, they are doing new things in terms of, like, licensing deals of, like, you know, using someone else's IP, but just, you know, putting into, like, their own Ubisoft formula. Oh, I'm gonna have to run for a while. Oh, there's a book here. I should go get it while I'm in the area here. I should go get that. But in terms of, like, actual new IP, it'd be nice to see them do something that's just, like, a new IP that's just, like, a brand new game with the content there. Not like, hey, let's try to capitalize on something that's printed money for other people. And not fill it to the brim with shit like this, you know? Oh, do I have my weekly thing? My weekly free item! Oh, extra redeem. Redeem my weekly free item. Oh, what's it gonna be? Dragon Knight figurehead. You might also like the Dragon Knight ship pack. Details. It only costs 580 Helix credits. I can go here to get more Helix credits. That actually looks pretty insane. Let's just put it on the front of my ship now or something. You okay, Riley? You alright? I think I have to customize my ship at some other place, but maybe I'll do that sometime later. Dang, Just Jazz 2023 was Switch/PS5/Xbox Series X/S only. Really? They ditched the Xbox One/PS4 faster than Call of Duty. As someone who owns multiple Skylanders titles and Disney Infinity 3.0 with a collection of Splatoon amiibo, I don't really need more Toys to Life things to collect. Yeah, I think even if they did release that at a time where that was bigger, like I feel like the Toys to Life thing has kind of run its course at this point. Even if they did release it around the same time, there was so much competition that people would probably ask, like, why play this over those existing ones that they might already have a lot of product of. Like, I do appreciate it not being the exact same thing, what with you, like, building your own ship and stuff like that. Like, that is actually kind of a cool concept. Not just being like, hey, tap this and it's in. Actually having a thing that you kind of assemble there in person. But, like, as an adult, I also just don't really care all that much. Like, maybe it's something I would have really liked as a kid, but, like, they're a little bit tardy to the party, and there's lots of competition there. Well, maybe not lots of competition, but, like, the competition is so established is probably the better term. I'm mainly trying to get my hands on some Fire Emblem amiibo, but they are expensive. I know the feel. I very much know the feel. There have been some that I've wanted to get that I just haven't, just because, like, no. Not gonna be able to get those at a reasonable time, and then, you know, I have to pay a marked up price that I don't really want to pay. Ubisoft made Skull and Bones. They're killing it right. Oh, yeah, you're right. We can't forget about the quadruple A game Skull and Bones. In terms of a couple Fire Emblem amiibo that I do have, though, just making sure I'm not gonna, like, hit or pause by moving back. Check this shit out. This is one of my favorite amiibo here. The Byleth amiibo. Like, this camera, I'm here. Hi, come this way. this is actually, like, probably one of the highest quality amiibo figures that there is. Like, I don't actually know what all the different amiibo figures are, so I don't know if there's, like, much cooler ones. Like, so I really like the Byleth one with, like, the details on, like, the outfit and the sword. If my camera can focus in on it, yeah, like that. Like, it's so dang cool. I own a Persona 5. Wow, it has got so much dust on it. Holy shit. It's still in the box, but I have, like, the Persona 5 Joker one that I think I got it in store for, like, actual retail price. I got this in store for retail price as well. I just have that one in the box on my game shelf there. Let's see here. The only one that I only have those 2 Fire Emblem amiibo. That one and this one here. Byleth I got at retail price. What? This one I did not. But I got for, like, not too marked up. Come on, Cap. I'm here. Follow me down. Come on. Come. Oh, my God. Slowly, slowly, and then it tracks me. There we go, now it tracks me down. Did not get the Corrin amiibo for retail price, but, like, I was keeping an eye out for things like Fire Emblem amiibo for a while, and I found this for, like, not a bad price. So, amiibo here are usually, like, $22 or something like that Canadian, and I think I found this for, like, $30 or something like that, and I was like, okay, that's not that bad. And this is another one where it's like there's really cool sword details and stuff where it's like, okay, that is actually really cool. The purplish, pinkish flames and stuff like that on the back. So I have that set up like right next to my Byleth amiibo because I think that the 2 of them are actually really awesome. It's some of my favorite amiibo figures. But I mostly just kind of use them for decoration and stuff. Is what I mostly do, rather than actually using them for anything. Of course, Jigglypuff and stuff because well, I play a decent bit of Puff here and there and Smash. So I have a few Zelda ones, some Metroid ones, a few Pokemon ones. I have a Waluigi amiibo. That's kind of fun. My camera... Wow, it actually tracked me when I went faster that time. You can see part of Riley there. Would you like a doggy treat, Riley? Oh, you could have stayed laying there. I was going to just pass it to you. Doggy treat. There you go. Wow. But nowadays, a lot of the time, if I want like some cool figures and cool stuff to put on my shelf, I just 3D print like a lot of cool shit nowadays. Like I print a bunch of dragons and stuff like that. So whoa, that is really confusing to track you on my camera. So I just 3D print like a bunch of cool like display stuff now. That is not for you unless you think I've got more treats over here, Riley. You know, I just 3D print like all sorts of like display pieces and stuff like that. These are containers. I love this 3D model. I love having like a little Mario mushroom container. They're so cool. I don't really have anything to put in this, I don't think. But yeah. And like these things like the Master Sword and stuff here. This is all 3D printed. Well, I just knocked over a dragon. So I just 3D print like a whole bunch of stuff nowadays. But sometimes if there's like an amiibo that I think looks really awesome, I'll still sometimes pick it up, like the Persona 5 Joker one. Well, Smash Ultimate Joker one, I should say. Or like the Corrin one that are like some semi-recent ones I picked up just because I think that they're genuinely awesome and stuff. Skylanders had Swap Force figures where you can mix 2 characters together since they came in 2 pieces. Okay, that sounds faintly familiar. You're gonna have a cowboy snake with a floating wizard owl's legs, and it's funny. I wonder if, Skylanders. If, Starlink, that's what I want to say, is partially inspired by that, then. You have a few of those. The Splatoon 3 side order amiibo figures for Pearl and Marina look pretty sick. I think I saw those at one point, and yeah, they do look pretty cool. Have an NFC emulator that's basically cheating, but prefer the physical ones. Yeah, having something to actually display on the shelf. Letters to the judge, I don't actually care, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and stab this guy. That's what I'm going to do. Stab. And also, when it comes to Skull and Bones, I don't think that that's really them trying, like, a new IP, per se, in, like, the traditional sense. Like, yes, it is a new IP that they're starting. But what Skull and Bones was meant to be is it was meant to be a spiritual successor to Assassin's Creed 4. So Assassin's Creed 4 came out, and people were praising it as, like, one of the best Assassin's Creed games, and they loved it. And Ubisoft was like, hey, people really like this whole pirate thing we've got going on, but we can't turn Assassin's Creed into, like, a whole pirate series from here. So let's keep on doing different things with our Assassin's Creed games, like different settings and different things that are going on. But because people loved our pirate games so much, we should make another one. New ability, Feign Death. So it was shortly after, like, Assassin's Creed 4 came out and was super successful. that they started development of Skull and Bones to be the spiritual successor of that, to follow up after Assassin's Creed 4. And then it was in development hell for 9 years and lost them a metric shit ton of money. Fool enemies by playing dead. I want to assign this just because it's funny. I can't believe this is an ability in the game. I had to come into this fort and read this book to figure out how to play dead. Wow, he's just staying there for a while. Not gonna, like, assassinate out of it? The opossum strategy, that's right. I'm so putting that on. That is so funny. I assume it still costs, like, an adrenaline point to use. So I'll just kind of hold on to that for now. I don't need to read Door Barred from the other side. Alright, I didn't realize I was playing Dark Souls 1. Can I open the thing here, please? But yeah, so that's kind of what Skull and Bones was. And, you know, clearly after the development hell, it really did not turn out all that well. I'm sure that there's probably a lot of people at Ubisoft that just wanted to cancel the project after so much development hell. But that gosh dang Singaporean government making them release it anyway. What a wacky situation Skull and Bones was. The quadruple A game. But yeah, if you are counting, like, just the amount of, like, money and manpower that went into making the game, I would say that it is honestly fair to call it quadruple A. They had, like, 11 different studios work on it and, like, 3 or 4 directors. Was the case. Now, that much going into it doesn't mean it's good. Is it one of those things where I can, like, shoot a thing? Why'd it turn red there? Can I shoot it through the window or something? Posted a meme that the feigned death reminded me of. Let's see here. There's a DM from Guzma of, like, a emote stuff. Hiding from the Imperial Watch? Is this, like, a Oblivion thing? Is that what this is? I love me some goofy Oblivion clips.
Can you tell me where Armand Kristoff is hiding?
I'm in hiding from the Imperial Watch.
I love me some cursed Oblivion clips. I would love to do a playthrough of Elder Scrolls Oblivion on this channel one day. Like, I don't know when it'll be, but one day I would very much like to. Such a goofy game. Yeah, I gotcha, like that. Was that man's face? That's just Oblivion graphics for you. Is what that is. It's so good. Elder Scrolls Oblivion has got to be, like, one of my favorite games I've never played. Proclamation. As an Ealdorman and in consultation with the Thanes of the Shire, the decision is made to rebuild the ruins of our Roman heritage at Leia Villa, and all able-bodied men and women are called to return these buildings to their former glory. Like, I have a video essay discussing a decent bit about it. The one on artificial intelligence in video games. That video essay there, that was technically like a university assignment submission. That one I've talked pretty extensively about the AI in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Though I've never actually played it, so I didn't really have any footage of my own to use. 3 or 4, that in itself is a red flag. Let's just have 3 or 4 people try to make this game in their personal vision. Well, the thing is, that wasn't 3 or 4 all at once. That was them having a director, them taking the game in a certain direction, and then Ubisoft deciding, you know what, we really don't like the direction this is going in, we're kicking off the project, we're putting a different director in there. And then the new director going and throwing a whole bunch of stuff of the previous directors in the trash, and then taking the game in, like, a completely different direction, and then people working on the project have to watch all that work go to waste and then start going in a different direction. And then Ubisoft again deciding, we don't really like the direction this is going in. We're gonna boot this person off and put another director in. And then that new director, like, throws a bunch of stuff in the trash and takes it in a completely another direction. So I can only imagine, like, the absolute hell that it would have been, like, working on Skull and Bones, like, motivation-wise. Just seeing your work get trashed over and over and over again. Because new people keep on coming in and deciding they want to do different things. So, I don't actually know off the top of my head, like, how many different directors it went through, but I know it was several, at least. This is, like, other side thing here.
Blocked from the other side.
Would that help me get into, like, the thing there? Is there, like, an underground thingamabob or something? That's the only thing that I see, like, a potential to get into. Digimon tried to do 2 directors for Digimon Adventure 2 anime. It sucked. They would just start plot lines and then pretend they never happened. Oh. Well, maybe Assassin's Creed got some inspiration from that, then. Can I, like... Is that not, like, it? What? Oh, I can do this, it looks like. Okay. Through we go. Whee! And getting into here does what for me? It gives me 1 chest with minor bulwark rune, armor rune. I think I have a bunch of slots that I just haven't used. Runes, why? +2 heavy resistance? Sure, I guess. There, I have +2 heavy resistance now. Okay, well, there is that. 52 episode TV show trying to achieve the world record for most abandoned plot lines. I don't see a place where this would be barred. Oh, that's gotta be destructible. That's what that is. But I would need a thing to, like, blow up. That's what I would need. Speaking of Digimon, they have a new game coming out. The system requirements are absolutely hilarious, though. I heard that there was a new game coming out. I haven't heard about the system requirements, though. Is there an explodey thing in here somewhere that I can use? There is, actually, yes. So there is an additional advantage to coming in here. Gotcha. So then I run this way, I throw it, it explodes, and it kills me. Imagine. There we go. I gotcha. No. Please, don't be on fire. Loot chest in the water. It really is like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Okay, loot chest. Magister's robes. Does it look cool, though? Ooh, it does actually look kind of cool. Honestly. Ooh, the black. I might have to change the fashion armor of this to like that. Melee damage at night. Because I actually am digging the black there. Kind of works with like the dark brown and stuff that I have on the other equipment here anyway. Yeah, maybe I'll change the look of that sometime later when I get the chance. I mean, the only official stat right now is 64-bit processor required. Yeah, that's it. That's funny to me. Yeah, you never really see that much anymore with the modern gaming industry, huh? Pupper around here? That's where Pupper is. I was just looking around wondering where Pupper was. She headed out. But Pupper is there. Hi, Pupper. Hi, Riley. Oh, no, you can relax there. You're fine. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going here. Okay, yeah. That away. This is the way I go. Yeah, imagine trying to game in 2025 on an Intel Pentium 3 processor from 2001, and it's practically as far back as one has to go to get a 32-bit CPU. I want to try that now. Linux is great for supporting older hardware, so I wonder what the oldest hardware that can run Minecraft is. It's a good question. Though through like heavy modding, I know that people have been able to get it working on things like the GameCube. So, I'm sure it's possible one way or another. Question is, how easy is it to do? Is what the real question is. And what version of Minecraft can you play? Someone got Minecraft to run on a Raspberry Pi? What? How? Excuse me? I think the GameCube one is custom made from the ground up. That would make sense. Pocket Edition, I believe. Yeah, it would definitely have to be a simpler version like that, but even still. What? How do you do that? I think a Raspberry Pi is what's in my 3D printer. Are you telling me that I could play Minecraft on my 3D printer? And print out some blocks? Like a dedicated Pi version. It was years ago. Okay. So it would be another thing that would have to be made from the ground up as well to get it working on that. But still, like, incredibly impressive. And now I do kind of want to look that up. So I'm curious. There's some loot in here that I can claim for my own. So I will. Whoever's place this is, I'm taking your stuff and you can't stop me. Some supplies. Loot chest. They even stashed it away to be all secret here, but it wasn't secret enough from me. Minor rune of protection. Runes. Light resistance. Sure. I know that means light attacks, but it's funny to imagine someone's gonna use like a light magic on me or something. There's also armor over here, apparently. The Raspberry Pi had a Minecraft port on it from Mojang, but I do think it was modified Pocket Edition. Could be wrong, but I believe it was. So it was like an official one from Mojang, where they tried to do that. I thought that was my guy to talk to. I thought I saw an icon above his head for a second there. This is what I thought I saw. I guess just blue markers signify like allies or something or other. I'm taking this key. Yoink. And then, is the armor in here? I may as well get it if I'm right here anyway, right? Okay, well. Bust that open. Bust this open, then it's gone. I said bust it open. It was modified Pocket Edition Alpha 0.6.1, but cut down. Interesting. But yeah, still crazy to get something like that working on it. Oh, it's up. Well, you can climb every surface except for some particular ones, I guess. Is what's going on there. If I'm right here anyway, I kind of want to grab it. How the heck do I... It's only 4 megabytes, wow. Can I, like, platform around in some way? What would I do? Memorial, I know, I don't really care that much. So Minecraft Pi Edition was in development official. They canceled development early, but it managed to be included with some Raspberry Pi OS installs, which is why it's based on a cut-down alpha version. Huh. Can I not grab that? Oh, I can. It just took a couple tries. Come on. Come on. Go. Go. There we go. I saw the tree branch clipping through that wall a little bit. Here, give me this thing. Magister's Van Braces. Yeah, so it's part of that same set. So does it look cool too? Let's see here. I might kind of like the look of the current thing that they have on. Like the little dangly bits and the fur and stuff. But I do like the Magistrate's torso. I do think I like that. Or Magisters, not Magistrates. I'm crouching, because I'm getting my buttons mixed up with Ghost of Tsushima again. I'm used to clicking R3 to crouch. Yeah, you've given that to me multiple times now. Like, I get it. Guess that's the final time.